What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to go over UBI, Universal Basic Income. And I know that this is not technically a personal finance topic or credit card topic, but I'm going to try and twist it into that because this is a really important topic. And it was really interesting hearing all about Universal Basic Income. So let's jump into it. Before I start, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I'm doing a giveaway, which I'll get into at the end of the video. So stick around till then. So Universal Basic Income, what is it? Where did it come from? And where did I actually hear of it? So I just recently heard of it about 2 months ago, to where I actually started to listen to Andrew Yang. If you're not familiar with Andrew Yang, then you need to get familiar with him because he has a lot of great business ideas. He has a lot of great ideas for this nation. And I'm not strongly promoting anybody. I just like hearing great solutions out there when we have a problem. So I wanted to really get behind what he stands for, and then anything anybody stands for that is logical when it comes to our economy and how we can grow our economy. So universal basic income is basically to where you get money from the government every single year, a certain amount every single year. Well, this one will be a certain amount every month. What Andrew Yang is proposing is that it's going to be $1,000 a month for every American over the age of 18, which is a great thing to have because of the fact that we have a lot of issues that are going on in the United States when it comes to the poverty line, when it comes to people wanting, $15 minimum wage, all these extra stupid things. So I wanted to get into universal basic income and then what you can do with that money when you come around to getting it. So where did it all start? Apparently it all started on Thomas Paine. He was the founder of this universal basic income. And then actually Martin Luther King supported the same thing before he was assassinated. And you'll hear all this once you research Andrew Yang. If you type his name into YouTube, you'll be able to see all the things that he supports and that he wants to do with America. So why do we need a universal basic income? Basically, if I throw some statistics at you, 85% of Americans still live paycheck to paycheck. You have a large majority of Americans that still have $1,000 or less than $1,000 in their bank account. Even if they make, a good amount, they make $70,000 a year, $50,000 a year, they still have less than $1,000 in their bank account. Because whether you like it or not, whether you live by this rule or not, Americans are greedy. We want more, we want the best things possible, we want to show off the most things, and that's how Americans live. So I've lived that way before. Now I'm starting to be more conservative, but that's not how a lot of Americans live. So another statistic is 40% of Americans still struggle to pay at least one necessary bill. So, getting food, having shelter, water, it's crazy to think that people still struggle to pay any type of necessity, because if you need something to survive. That's what you should be paying your money towards, but people would rather pay money towards shoes. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dig into what the actual video was all about. That was just to give you a background on what universal basic income is. Andrew Yang has rebranded it the Freedom Dividend just to, make it seem like obviously it's for all Americans who are free in this country. You get $1,000 a month. I don't know what is going on with incarcerated people. I guess they wouldn't get this Freedom Dividend. They wouldn't get it put into a savings account, even though that would be a great restart for them. If they are incarcerated, then it would be a great restart. But let's dig into how you can use this universal basic income. So if you had $1,000 a month, what would you do with it? I guess it depends what area, what level you are. If you're below the poverty line, if you're on the poverty line, if you're middle class, upper class, whatever. I guess it depends what you're going to do. But let's just say you're middle class to at the poverty line, and you actually know how to manage your money, and you pay necessities. You don't struggle to pay any necessities. You have extra money in your bank account, and you can go from there. This is basically saying that you're taking this money and you're going to be able to put it to anywhere that you possibly want because it's extra money and you're able to save on your normal income. So what should you do with an extra $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year? And you probably already know my answer, and that's to invest your money. You should put your money into a place to where it can grow and you could save for retirement. There's a bunch of studies out there that will say you only need to save a certain amount in order to get to $1 million by the time you're 65 or 67 or whatever age. I looked at an article on CNBC to go through all of this different information, and I'm really only going to go through two percentages just to show you a low ball, because I did have a video that I'll put up here. It was a credit card video to where I went over a 15% return, which is where my returns are. Somewhere between 10 and 15%, but a lot of people said that that's not realistic, and it is realistic for me, but I guess it's not realistic for everybody. So I'm gonna go towards the lower end of things, basically a 4 or 6% return. How much do you have to invest per day in order to get to that $1 million mark? So let's start out with the 4% return. So if you're getting a 4% return, if you invest into a 401k, you invest into an index fund, you're getting 4% return, you're gonna need to invest $33 per day or $982 per month. So basically what you're gonna do with that whole entire Freedom Dividend is put it into your long-term investment account so that you can, let that money grow at 4%, get to $1 million by the time you retire, and you don't have to worry about taking your actual income and contributing to a 401k there. You can worry about this retirement and you can go from there. But this is basically why I'm saying that you should put it towards it. Because if you're 30 years old, this is assuming that you're 30 years old. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you're 30 years old, it's going to take you quite some time to get to that if you're at a 4% return. So if you want to be able to live after retirement, who knows how long you'll live. I've seen people live, to over 100, and it was probably tough for them to manage their money unless, they're really, really wealthy, which I don't really know about. So yearly, that would be under $12,000 per year. Obviously, you're investing the whole entire Freedom Dividend. Now, I'm saying that you take the whole Freedom Dividend because you don't want to have any time to where you're like, I'll invest, 900 here. You know what? I don't need to invest all 900. I'll invest 800. I'll invest 700. And then it starts to really dwindle down. It starts to trickle down. And that's not what you want, because then you end up contributing nothing. And then you're back in the same place you started because Americans are greedy. So take that money, put it all in there, no matter what investment percentage. If you're investing and getting 6% return on your money, you only need to put in $21 per day, which is $610 per month. But like I said, I recommend taking the whole $1,000 and throwing it in there. So you can basically say, I won't get to 1 million, I'll get to $1.4 million or $2 million, or however much you'll get to by the time you retire. Now, for people that actually can get a higher return, I'm going to throw in something that's a higher return here. It's 10%. If you were investing and getting 10% return on your money, you only need to invest $7 per day or $213 per month. Now, that's amazing, because if you did want to and you didn't need that $1,000, you can invest the whole $1,000. And looking at that, $213 per month, that's going to be a massive return. It's going to be basically 5 times what you would get. So instead of getting $1 million, you're going to get $5 million. So that's just basic math. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more. You have compound interest, you have more that you're investing, it's going to be more. So, but that's what you're looking at. You're investing 5 times more than you need to in order to get to retirement. So you're getting a lot more back. So the thing that I look at when I think of the universal basic income or the Freedom Dividend is that I just want to rebrand the rebranding to the American Retirement Dividend. The reason why is because they should put this towards retirement. Anybody who gets this and doesn't physically need it, the people that get food stamps and all that, you might physically need this money. It's no questions asked. There's no restrictions on how much money you make, so you don't have to lie about your income. You can improve your life by not taking away your benefits or taking away your income from there. So I say that you should change this to the American Retirement Dividend, just because people should put this in a retirement account, because it's $12,000 that you can put towards anything you want. And why not have everybody have the option to have your money make money for you? It's working for you, so why don't you do it? I did look at a study of millennials in 2018. 41% of millennials don't have a plan for retirement. So that actually really scares me. If you don't have any plan for retirement, now if you don't plan to retire, I don't plan to retire, then I understand. But everybody's lives change, everybody's mindset changes. So you don't know what's going to happen in 30 years. You might be forced to retire because you have some sort of injury, or you can't really take on the mental stress. You might be forced to retire. So you need to put this money away so you have a plan just in case. It's just like preparing for an auto repair. If you have brakes that need to be replaced, or you have some sort of issue with your car that needs to be handled and it costs $1,000, and you don't have $1,000 in your bank account, what are you going to do? So looking at this Freedom Dividend, I think it's a great idea that we can save our economy with this Freedom Dividend. I'm not going to get into all of the different perks on how our economy can be saved, or we can have that trickle up economy, which Andrew Yang is always talking about. And I'm not really going to get into that information, but I know that this can benefit so many people, whether you need the $1,000 a month or not, because there's a lot of people out there on The View. He just did an interview who said that I don't need $1,000 a month. Nobody at this table needs $1,000 a month. It's not about what you need. It's about the fact that you're an American and you're going to get this Freedom Dividend. Would you say that you don't need $1 million, because that money can go into an investment account, gain 4% per year, and by the time you're the age of 67, you're going to get $1 million. Are you saying you don't need $1 million? I mean, you could use $1 million. You could put that in your bank account just in case something happens. I think it's a great idea. Let me know how you feel about the Freedom Dividend. If you have had any type of exposure to it. If you don't know, I can post, or you know what, I can put a link down below in the description to Andrew Yang's YouTube channel, Andrew Yang 2020, just so that you can check out all the different information. And I mean, if you just search Andrew Yang, I mean, you'll find a lot about him. And I don't mean to make this all about politics, but I thought that this had a great financial tie and gave you the ability to really save for retirement and do something that I feel strongly about. So hopefully you do like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I'm doing a giveaway. Every 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away 2 Amazon gift cards. So hit that subscribe button to be entered in that giveaway. You don't want to miss out on that. But I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.